Life doesn't come with a grading rubric.
Unmarked is an open conversation between two international teachers meddling through their life, love, and purpose far from home.
No edits,
No filters.
this is Unmarked. Hello, hello! Welcome back to Season 2's Episode 3.
Hello, welcome back.
So, yesterday's weather was horrible.
Disaster.
We had all forms of precipitation.
That was just, I swear, my head was not prepared for that
It rained and then it hailed and then it snowed.
at the same time.
Within the span of 3 hours.
And
It's
then-
bad. And then it was sunshine.
Yeah. Like blue sky. I wasn't prepared for that, Miss Carol. I'm very dependent on weather, so I was just down. I cannot open my eyes.
Yeah, I think the transitional season will be like that for a bit, but it's sunny today. It might snow.
Yeah, you never know. But now I am prepared. I'm gonna take my raincoat, rain boots,
Yeah.
hat,
Raincoats work better.
gloves. How can you be prepared for that?
I've tried an umbrella, but then you can go Mary Poppins. But Nika has been cheeky. She brought home the beans that we planted.
Yes, our challenge update.
I didn't bring it home. Even though I said I would, I did not. And then this girl brought them home.
Look, hey, I'm a good teacher. I take care.
Competitive.
I take care of the beans. I take care of the feelings of the kids. I don't want them to be upset.
So you took home all the beans?
No, only those that I germinated. I
So then
germinated only
how
2
do you
cups.
make them upset? Theirs would
I'm
die.
trying to find an excuse and you ruined that, Miss Carol.
I just told them, well, survival of the fittest. Maybe we just don't have green thumbs.
Both of us, yeah. I enjoy sitting in the garden with a cup of tea, a book, and looking at the flowers. But I cannot, I'm so not into this.
Planting stuff is one thing I can never do. I can take care of animals.
We're so bad.
But
Have you ever had in your class the pet animal?
yes, I've always had fish when I was teaching in Malaysia.
Yeah, fish is easy, but like guinea pig or
No, I was afraid that someone would be allergic to it. And who's gonna feed it
yeah,
over the
and also
weekend?
what happens if it dies?
My guppies did give birth in the middle of a lesson, and then we all just stopped, and I'm like, I have to save them fry.
Did we end up here talking about? Anyways,
It is spring.
it is
Spring means guppies and animals.
true. We were talking about beans, so I don't know whether we have a winner.
We'll see, but it will take longer. It
Yeah.
has barely. How are we gonna even measure it? Like, stretch the root out and kill it? No.
Take
Come
the
on.
ruler.
And measure it.
um,
Cheeky. How are we even friends?
I don't know. Do you think if we would be in high school, we would be friends?
I actually think so.
Because
think
I was
so.
such a nerd.
I would either be in the music room or studying somewhere. I'm not a nuisance to teachers, so usually they would allow me to stay in their classrooms.
So, wait, I want to ask a question that has nothing to do with that, but I'm
Uh-huh.
just really curious. Do you believe in the saying that those who were very shy, very humble, they turned out to be teachers when they grew up? I was so shy. I could not even in high school holding a presentation.
Oh.
I was so anxious.
I was the opposite.
See? But now it's like,
It doesn't really matter,
Yeah.
honestly, when you grow up. Some people change a lot.
oh yeah.
I've had classmates whom now they're studying law, for example, and they're very outspoken.
Yeah, true.
Speaking about friendships, and
Yeah.
last week, obviously, one of us had trust issues.
Yes, that was Miss Carol. I was actually surprised.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because as a child, we don't have those traumas. We don't have trust issues. We gain them when we grow up.
Yep.
So I was thinking, you look like a healthy person from the outside. Obviously, all of us have traumas, right? But you do look like a person who is complete, apparently.
Yeah, I'm complete.
Yeah, you are. But like, I would think you have something else, like compensating something else, but not trust issues. You don't look like a person who got betrayed.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Well, if there is anything that I'm more insecure about, especially during my college life, it is friends. This whole issue of friendship, honestly, I thought I could study it.
Were you hurt by your friends or betrayed by someone?
Every step of the way, to be honest, since primary school, I used to be someone who would be very attached to a friend, a very close best friend or a very close circle of friends, but they always would let me down in one way or another. For example, in primary school, we had a graduation trip. I think that's what you call it.
Yeah, like last trip before you go to secondary.
Yes, yeah, which is something that you would look forward to. But the girls that I hung out with ended up not putting my name on the dining table. And, well, we had 50 students in class, right? Teachers wouldn't care about how you arrange it. You have to deal with it among your friends. So then I ended up sitting with a bunch of boys that I'm okay with, but they're not really my core group of friends. Yeah, and there was a lot of rivalry, even in secondary. I went to 2 schools during my secondary life. My lower secondary, I had a best friend, but we ended up disagreeing with each other a lot because of the prefectorial board. There was just too much competition.
It does sound to me that it's jealousy, because this is the age when it's difficult to be friends because it's a bit competitive.
Yeah.
Especially for girls, you would always kind of want to be better, to look better, and it's very difficult to make it through.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Actually,
And it's very difficult to get a person who, despite all of this, because it's normal to be jealous at this age, but it's difficult to move on from that and admit it and
to
say,
act on-
and say, I'm jealous, Carol, but let's move on because I value you as a person.
yeah,
Does it make sense?
I think it
So I
does.
think that's what was happening.
Could be.
Oh,
And like my final 2 years of high school, I moved schools. They've known each other for like 8 years, right? So
the syndrome of a new girl.
yeah, for me, I'm like, it's just 2 years, you know. I've just moved, and then I've just been let down by my previous friendship. I don't think I want to form such close friends. But honestly, those classmates of mine, they were really nice. So they kind of accepted me. Everyone hung out with each other and were very accepting. So that's when I started learning that, hey, actually, I kind of enjoy this slightly more detached friendship, but they're still there.
Yeah.
Like
It's
company.
Yeah, it's like not far, not close, like
Comfortable
distance, yeah.
Yeah. And then in college, again, I started experimenting with, okay, maybe it's time to form really close girl friendships again. Guess what? I had one person basically predicting or cursing that my ex and I would break up. It did not happen for 8 long years, by the way. They predicted that we would break up in a few months.
Again, jealousy.
I think so. And then I had another friend who ended up calling me something along the lines of the B word.
But then it's not friends, Carol. Like
they
you say,
acted like they
friends.
were.
Oi. I'm sorry, first of all. It sounds tough, not fair, and very cruel to me.
Yeah. Every step of the way, it bothered me a lot, right? And when I share this with parents, for example, or family, they would always tell me to be humble. But I'm like, I do not brag about my scores. If anything, I hide my test papers in school. But I cannot stop myself from performing well just because
Yeah.
others cannot stand it.
Yeah, but okay, performance, that would be understandable. But for example, you mentioned about the relationship.
Yeah.
It's not connected to performance at all. Like
Yeah,
it's
that's
just people generally, they pick up on you, you know. But again, I think it's a bit like victim blaming, I think it's called, like finding the reason why it happened.
But I did question myself as well. Because when you have a pattern like that
Yeah.
and it happens to you and not others,
Yeah.
there must be something wrong with you too.
Well,
Or there must be something that you can work on.
yeah,
basically.
like maybe you did not sustain it, maybe you could do something. So I think that's a lot to unpack.
Yeah.
Because friendship for me is also very big topic, because I did not believe in friendship. I had the same mentality, like, you just have to be friendly with everyone. But I think what changed is that the older I get and what circumstances I'm in, I realize that only those who really value you as a personality, they would stay. And if they didn't, there is nothing I could do, right? I mean, I could, but that it will be one-side communication.
It doesn't go both ways.
Yeah. So I was thinking, like, I never had those girl gangs friends group. And I was a bit always like handing out was not an option with me too. I also got sometimes jealousy of, for example, how I look like, or if some boys had a crush on me, all the girls, they would blame me, right? Not the guy, but me. Yeah. You know, it's just a lot of jealousy at that age. But do you think we should have a friend, or it's also an illusion and then maybe we just have to be your own best friends?
I think you would definitely have to enjoy your own company first.
Yeah, true.
And to respect yourself enough than that extra person that you're close with is a bonus in your life, right? It brings another fresh perspective in your life, in a way.
The good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It should add and not subtract from your life.
Yeah. Okay, so that's what we're talking about today.
Yes, this is a huge topic to unpack.
Very
friendships.
Huge. Yeah, somehow we never, like, you know, it touches our lives so much.
Yeah.
Because we deal with many humans who also build friendships. And I don't know how about you, but I sometimes look at how they communicate. And, well, we are teaching this stage where it's boys are friends with boys and girls are friends with girls. I don't have anyone who would be like boy and girl friends, which we will also unpack whether it's possible or not. But at the same time, I see this is now very not serious friendship. So, yeah, let's dive in.
Yeah.
That's my new phrase.
Buckle up and let's dive in.
Yeah. Well, dive in, it's related to you together.
As you mentioned, you were never part of the popular group. It's the same for me too. And at a young age, a lot of the time, the conversations, especially among girls, would be about boys, about music and things like that.
Clothes.
Yeah, clothes, makeup, also, especially in secondary school.
True.
It was actually really hard for me to find a group of friends who, well, on one hand, I did not enjoy those things at that age. I feel like I'm going through my teenage.
Now.
Yeah, now.
Yeah, and it proves the saying that everyone has different timing.
Yeah. And so as an adult, actually, I've had more luck meeting people who genuinely want to connect as friends. And that is nice because you share the same passion.
Interests.
Yeah, same interests,
but also,
values.
Yeah, we do share that. But also we are different. For example, I'm a music person, you're not so, right? You are into diving, I'm not. So when we talk, we also fill in each other's cups.
Yeah.
Ooh, such a good metaphor.
And you learn new things, and that is fun.
So it's like a good balance. Whilst when you're teenagers, you can't do that.
Yeah.
You're all half empty.
Yeah.
You don't have that inside.
I think there is a point where people learn how to respect differences and to actually appreciate differences. And that's when you start seeing friendships that are more fulfilling for me, actually.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. And there is no jealousy because there is nothing to compare. Well, there is actually a lot of social comparisons.
In adult friendship?
Yes. I've also been with acquaintances that obviously you see, like they're trying to compare. They're trying to find out where I stand on the social ladder. It could be based on wealth, happiness, fitness, a bunch of things.
Yeah. But
I stay away.
Yeah, that's also not so well. For example, how do I phrase that? Recently, you've shared about your new stage of your life, right? That you're doing this. And I'm genuinely happy because I understand being in your early... Oh, you're not in early 20s anymore, my dear. Welcome to the club. But being at this stage of your life, being abroad, living in a world that is so unstable, that is achievement. And I want to be genuinely happy for you. And I am. But then I reflect on you. I'm like, wait a moment. What did I don't have this and that. So I think it could be like this. But if I would openly say, okay, and I don't know, I would show you the slight hint of jealousy.
Yes.
I think that's what you mean, right?
Correct. Yeah, some people just don't know how to process it inside.
Yeah.
So it gets externalized.
True.
When I see that, I don't know how to react to that.
Yeah. It's all about the reaction. But
Yeah.
also, if people show you this reaction, it's a sign for you to think whether they are honest with you or not.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. But I think like the social, maybe I'm just old and wise, I hope so. But I realized that I don't feel jealousy to anyone because I understand that all of us, we all have our up and down. And yesterday from the conference, I even put it down in my notes, like what these all people had in common, trauma. They were all at some point in their life highly traumatized. And so I feel like it's pointless for me to be jealous of someone else because I will get it. I will get to that point one day. So I don't want to mess up the communication because we as human beings, we need someone to be with, right? So if I just put this jealousy on the scale, I will ruin that.
Yeah. Instead of learning from it, you kind of block it if you're jealous, right?
Yeah.
You're just completely shutting it down.
Yeah, but
In a
also,
way.
you feel jealous to any of your friends?
No, I've never had that growing up. I just thought that it was not logical and not rational.
Yeah, what for?
It's not something that you can act on. Whereas if you see someone doing something and you're like, oh, that's really cool. Maybe I want to do that. It would actually work better if you went and asked that person, like, how did you do it? Right?
Yeah.
Out of curiosity. Yeah, there is a different approach to it. I just don't think that jealousy is something that you can act on.
Yeah, but there are also a lot of jealousy in the appearance, apparently.
Yeah.
How you look like,
Yeah.
how you dressing up. I've got so many people coming telling me, oh, I like the way you dress. You look so classy. I would never be able to do that. I'm like, is it a compliment or not? Are you trying to say, like, yeah, it's just the way I am, but I don't even know what to say in those situations.
Yeah.
Or like, oh, I like your hair. And then they start touching your hair. I'm like,
Yeah, it's a bit strange.
thank you. Yeah. So the jealousy, it's jealousy clearly,
It is.
right?
But for me, I don't know. I've always looked past that. It really doesn't matter what you're
Yeah.
wearing.
Yeah, because it's the way you express yourself.
Yeah. And
mean,
that
doesn't
person
matter.
finds it fun. You see? Like you said, it's art. It's just a way to express yourself.
Yeah. I
Different
can-
people have different
Yeah.
aesthetic eyes.
True. Miss Carol, do you have a non-negotiable one trait that if you would not see that in your friend, how do I phrase that? Help me.
If you see this trait in a friend,
Yes.
that's a really huge green flag.
True.
Right? But if it's missing,
Then it's like, okay,
it's, no,
it's
I
just the
wouldn't be
queen.
friends.
Yeah. Non-negotiable. One thing.
for me, it's to respect my opinions. Because everyone is entitled to their own opinion. You can disagree, but still respect it.
Okay. Respect. For me, it's also important. But maybe just on default have to be respectful to anyone.
But not many people do that, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Not many. I find myself having to explain and over-explain myself pretty often.
Yeah. What's for me important is when the person on the other side understands you and not just listen, but tries to support somehow. I think that's what happened between us, how we got close in the beginning. Because I feel like, did I show you respect?
Yeah, definitely.
Because for me,
By saying let's dive in.
see, but for me, what was important, how I realized, oh, she's my person. I mean, that sounds weird. Like how I felt comfortable going out with you, open up and having some time spent together with you, and basically how this unmarked happened, because I felt like, oh, she understands. We are from different worlds. We speak same language, but somehow
Yeah, we have
different.
different mother tongues.
But we do understand each other, right? And you're not too empathetic person, right? So in a way, if I would start crying, you would probably be like, it's okay.
Exactly. Tissue.
Yeah, you'll be like, okay, just stop crying. But that's how you show it, and I would appreciate that. You know what I'm saying?
I spoke to you about it
Yeah.
the other day, but I did say that you and a couple of friends that I've had, you're kind of anomalies in my friendship
Thanks.
choices.
The way friendship choices. Oh my god. Okay. Well, that's a compliment.
Yeah, I don't know how else to describe it, but yeah, anomaly. Because usually I find myself with friends who are more detached than I am. So the few friends that I have right now, like yourself and a few, I'm learning actually a lot from you.
Oh.
Yeah. But as I said, because I do not see the need for help that easily, if my friends really need help, you really have to tell me.
Yeah.
Because if I'm not helping, it doesn't mean that I don't want to help. It's because I did not see the need for help.
I remember it
And-
yesterday.
Yeah. And I respect and give that person space to solve their own problems, but that may not be what that person needs.
True. Do you want to tell how we got close? Because I think both of us came here with the agenda not to get attached to anything or anyone. Did it happen to you the same way?
I did not set that line for myself.
But you had it in your mind, like, it's work.
Yeah.
You could not imagine this happening, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Same was for me. I came here and was like, I am here for this period of time, work, home, bye. I was very attached to my previous work. I had a lot of good friends there, and it was a bit painful for me to leave, and then,
Same for me.
but here I was like, you know what? These are colleagues, and I will be friendly, but I will not, And then this girl knocked at my door, and she was like, oh, we were talking about work, and then you were like, by the way, do you want to grab some dinner later?
Yeah, I don't even know why I would ask. Again, like, you're not typically the person that I would ask.
Yeah.
Because especially you dress very elegantly, like this and that.
I was your first. So hot.
You heard that. But that's what makes a friendship
Yes.
worth
Exactly.
the inside jokes.
Love it.
I think this is a compliment, but usually girls that are very into the aesthetics and putting outfits together, they would be very judgy.
Yeah.
And I enjoy putting outfits together, but I may not have the same taste,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, definitely.
And I find it very intimidating
True.
to speak to girls who think that they've nailed it.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah, but then with Nika, it was really nice to be able to chat about girl stuff, makeup, this, that, despite having differences.
Yeah.
Even our taste in nails.
Yeah. So different.
Yeah, I'm always like,
Ladybug. But this week I'm also pretty extreme.
yeah, this is actually extreme for
Yeah.
you already.
So I'm like, yeah,
You're
don't
living on the edge.
Yeah, but I think this is what also changes, because my mom saw my nails, and both me and my mom, we have similar taste. And so she saw my nails. She's like, Veronica, you're a grown-up woman. What are you doing? I'm like, Mom, I'm not. Like, I spend every day 9 hours a day with 8-year-old kids. I'm not. But then I think this is something I get from you. Like,
Yeah.
you can't be unserious about your life choices.
And I got some from you too, because I wouldn't get
See?
French tips. I wouldn't have this neutral color
Nailed.
and blame it on you.
Yeah, so that's good. That's healthy, right?
You have an influence on each other, but hopefully positive influence.
Yeah. But also, we can be serious about work when we have meetings, but then when the meeting's over and we go to one of each other's classes, and then it starts
God.
like, okay, have you seen this? Have you love it. Yeah.
And I think this whole gossiping and talking about all these kinds of things, that's when I upgrade someone from an acquaintance to a friend.
Oh, you're talking about me?
And like, just generally. But when do you call someone a friend? When do you start?
That's important. I think for me personally, when your one non-negotiable thing matches,
Okay.
and then when you see people understand you and support, and you obviously have something in common. There is a friend, there is a best friend. Do you believe in that?
Yeah, I think you would have a closer circle of friends. But I don't think we call them BFFs anymore as adults. It's a little strange.
Yeah, for sure. I think people, even now teenagers, I don't think they use it. I think it's such
BFFs.
2010 kind of phrase, BFFs, hearts. When I was a teen, we were writing in our notebooks some doodle. Teenagers don't do it now.
Yeah, that's true. I think nowadays, like, the tagline is what, girlhood?
Yeah.
They just run by a different
Yeah.
tagline.
We are just a
But
different
yeah,
generation.
you would have a closer circle of friends. But
When do you call someone a friend?
when I start gossiping with them and talking about personal stuff, that's when I call them a friend.
I love being a girl. Because I think we discussed that. I think men don't gossip. I mean, they do, but differently.
Yeah, differently.
Very direct, very raw.
I think so.
We can be so elegant in that. Oof.
That's a skill. But talking about
Yeah.
girlhood, I actually have a question. Do you see friendship groups working?
No.
No.
Because even if there are 3 people in a group, 2 of them closer than the other, there is always someone closer than other members of that group. And I never seen 3 best friends or 4 best friends. I know it's very much depicted in the shows, but even if you take famous shows like Friends or Sex and the City, it's always they are divided into pairs, which is normal. Because if you open up and you get the validation or support, you might not get the same validation from the other people.
Yeah.
So you would naturally be attached to one of them. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't see how it would work. I mean, it will work if it's just a trip together, for
Yeah.
example.
Nothing too emotional
Yeah.
involved.
But the depth of the relationship would be different because person A and B would probably have different conversations from person B and C
True.
and C and A. And then when they're all together, they might also talk about something different.
True. And also different interest, how much time you spend together, what topics you talk, right?
Yeah.
So
And it's more fluid, the friendship groups, as an adult.
yeah, for sure. So we prepared something. If you watched us from season 1, there will be OG format.
Red flags and green flags, which is super fun.
So let's dive in. Buckle up.
This is Unmarked. Hello again. We're back to our interactive game session with our little flags.
Yes. It brings me so much joy, those little flags, I swear.
Okay.
So what is this game about, Miss Carol? Instructions.
So, I will give you scenarios of friends, and basically, both of us would have to say if that is a green flag or a red flag.
Correct.
Okay?
Friendship
Simple
edition.
enough. Okay.
Hit it.
All right. Friends that hate your other friends. So they want to be the most important one in your circle. For me, red flag.
Same for me. I can be sometimes this one.
Uh-huh.
For example, when my best friend goes somewhere with another friend, I'm like, and what did you do?
Oh, yeah, we caught that on camera.
Yeah, I'm really cranky then.
Exactly.
Okay, anyways,
Okay.
next.
So, a friend where, you're sending them memes on social media or any channel, but there is no response from them.
red flag, but also green flag because I
think
respect
green
their
flag.
time. So for me, it's a mix.
Yeah. If I stop replying, that means there has been too many memes.
True, but also, for example, because of me and most of my friends, we have time difference. So
Yeah.
when they send their memes, I'm sleeping or I'm working. So I can't. And then when I watch, it's not the same because then they have to watch it again to see what I reacted. So red flag, but green flag at the same time because I respect their time.
Yeah. Okay, it's
My
green
time.
for me.
Yeah.
Especially friends who just send memes but you have not much contact in real life. Definitely, I wouldn't reply as fast.
Yeah, this I don't understand. People who I'm not close with and they send me some random meme. I'm like, cool.
Yeah, but when I do send something, it's more, yeah, they will see it at their own time, sort of.
True.
Whenever I send a message out, you know, some people are so nice and they reply to you like, thank you. And then when you say you're welcome, they would say, have a good afternoon. And then I'm like,
Stop
"Why
it.
do you have to reply. I'm
Stop
like,
it.
you don't even have to reply me. But I know they're trying to be nice, okay? So I'll stop myself.
Yeah.
The copycat friend. So they start adopting your mannerisms, your style, everything. Red flag.
No
for
comments for that.
the
It's
both
just
of
red
us.
flag. Yeah. I think this is so lack of personality.
You should be influenced, but you shouldn't copy entirely.
True. Like you can get inspired,
Yeah.
but don't
But
copy.
no. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to not lose yourself.
Have
basically.
your individuality,
Yeah.
basically.
Yes. But okay, what if you wear the same outfits? I think it's cute though, like matching pajamas.
It is,
matching-
but we had that happening when we
Yeah.
would be dressed in the same color scheme. It happened naturally.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's fine. That's cute.
Yeah, I think that's cute.
But-
Same outfit sometimes. Okay. The disappears when dating friend.
Oh,
Red flag.
red flag. So,
Definitely.
it is so bad.
Red.
I think it's connected to the previous one. Just don't lose yourself. Yes, boyfriend, girlfriends, cool. But you had a friend before. And then what is it for?
Yeah, but I think as a supporting friend, you would also have to be understanding in that the time that you spent together would be slightly less.
True.
Yeah, you cannot also be too clingy on your friend. Like, you need to give them space, basically. People are in their honeymoon phase. Like,
Yeah.
let them.
When people, for instance, get married or have children, you as a friend should also kind of like, oh, okay, it changed now.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's also your friendship check, whether you can make it through or not.
Yeah. But yeah,
Yeah.
naturally, I'm not that clingy of a person. So I would actually be very happy. Go spend time, okay? I don't want to know.
You don't.
So hot.
But it's fine. Well, in my case, I do want to know.
Ah,
I said already. I'm
all
so
the details.
well, maybe not all. But I told already to you yesterday that I'm so looking forward to see you in love. Because everyone, when they are in this first weeks of dating, they're like, oh, the world is beautiful. And
Yeah, I
then
would be less
cranky.
logical. And cranky. Less cold.
Okay.
Okay. Having different tastes in media. So the movies you watch, the music that you listen to, things like that. I think it's green.
Yes, for me too. That's what you're gonna be having to talk about.
Yeah. And yeah, like you pick up different habits.
Not too radical. For instance, if I'm into heavy metal,
I would be fine too.
Oh.
Because, okay, now I think it works because I don't really have a very strong opinion on music.
okay.
But if you have two person who have very strong opinions about the music they like, then maybe it wouldn't work. Because I
yeah.
would accept any.
Yeah.
Like it's music to me.
See, but for me, it's a bit different. So I'm okay if we have completely opposite music choice or movie choice or whatever. For instance, me and my best friend,
Okay.
both of us very much into media. We like music, we like books and movies, but our taste is different. So she likes one thing, I like a different one. And sometimes we can be very active, like explaining things, but at the same time, it's interesting to talk, to have the argument, to have the healthy kind of communication. But if my friend would be emo, I don't think that would work because
Too far.
too much, yeah, too. I don't get it, right? Well, that's just me.
Yeah. I don't know. I just see all music as music, all movies.
So if I pull out one day wearing everything black, dyeing my hair black,
I'm fine.
listening to heavy metal, you fine,
Yes.
and have piercing in my face.
Yeah.
Aww,
That is fine.
she's a keeper, guys. She's a
That is
keeper.
fine. Again, like, that's just outer.
Yeah,
Right? Yeah. I think sometimes changes happen inside more than. Yeah. If I sense that that person has changed on the inside,
yeah,
that matters more to me.
true. Regardless how you look like.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes
So,
sense.
go get whatever piercings you want. Dye your hair pink.
I might
neon
get.
yellow,
I might get one.
neon green.
Ew, that will hurt my eyes. Okay, whatever. Next.
Gossiping.
Ooh,
Green.
come on. That's how my friendship is working. We also understand when and
Yeah.
where,
Yeah.
basically, because obviously we know the limits
Yeah.
most of the time.
And I think gossiping, it's also a test, right? If that person would spread it, especially at the
True.
start of a friendship.
Yeah,
Because some people have no limits as to where they share their gossip,
true.
and then it just spreads,
Yeah.
and that is not good. Okay. A friend who is dating someone you've dated before, or someone that you're interested in.
Oy.
Absolutely red.
So bad. Yeah. I think it is not humane.
It feels wrong.
It does. Luckily, I have never had same taste in men with any of my friends.
Okay.
So
That
it
helps.
was never an issue. I mean, as teenagers, we were obsessed with One Direction. Well, still kind of a bit obsessed. But anyways, and we were like, no, I will be with Harry. No, I will be with Liam. I will be with, well, if you know, you know. But it's not real, right?
Yeah,
but
those are
I
idols.
think it is so sick, right? Have you ever had anything like that? You would have like the same guy in school or uni or...
I mean, in school, my eyes were on books, not men, boys in that sense. But yeah, but in uni, I've seen many of my peers dating each other. It was very strange and uncomfortable for me. So like week 1, you would see girl A and guy A, and then girl B, guy B. But week 3, you would see a swap around. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay.
Don't do that.
But then they can still be friends. I salute that, okay?
What if, for instance, both of the people in the couple, then the couple breaks up, and then would you choose side? Or would you just stay
The person whom
distant?
I know first would be,
Priority?
yeah.
Yeah,
Usually
maybe.
it's like that.
If it's not close friends, I think I would keep distance from both until it settles down. And then I might kind of like, okay, what's up? This and that. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Wrong, it's just wrong.
Yeah.
Friends that do not check their messages straight away. I think it's green.
It is.
People don't reply messages straight away.
True. I think it is such a privilege and also beauty in disguise to have access to each other 24/7. We don't have to be like in the past. We were talking about this couple episodes ago. So in the past, people would call, you know, and now it's like you get the message. You don't have to reply immediately. Maybe you're not comfortable. You're not feeling well. Whatever, you know.
But no, I've never expected even my date or whatever to reply me straight away. No.
True.
Yeah. The social media silent friend, so they don't like any of your posts. They're online, but they never like anything.
But do they also update their profile, or they
Yes.
just well then it's red
I
flag.
think it's red.
In this case, it's red because for example, I know someone who uses Instagram, it's empty. Like my brother, for example, his Instagram is empty. He doesn't even have a profile picture, but he uses that to see some funny videos, whatever. It's fine. He never likes any of my posts. But if my friend is active, posting, but ignoring my life, why?
I think that's the danger of social media too. We see so much of what's happening in that person's life that you don't feel the need to call them or to connect.
True.
Because you feel like you haven't really created a distance from them anyway. You know what's up.
Yeah, also true.
Yeah, but I have to remind myself that no, like that's just the curated parts of their life.
True. Yeah, they choose what to post,
Yeah.
basically.
Okay. A friend that is always there. You want something, they'll be there. You want to hang out, they're gonna say okay. I actually think red.
For me, it's green. Okay, why?
It's a bit scary for me because that means
Stalker vibe.
no, like they may not have someone else and they're over dependent on me.
But I see it in a way that they're always there to help, like to support. It doesn't mean they're sitting and waiting for your message.
Yeah.
They
no.
have their own life, but they are there if you call them. They're there.
Yeah. But it's kind of creepy if you ask them 10 times and they're always available for you.
Are we still talking about friends, Miss Carol, or not?
Yeah, friends.
Okay.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Yeah, because it sounds to me like you give them the hint. This is what we are. But they don't get it. They keep on kind of reaching out, pushing, and so on.
Oh, no.
Okay.
So, like, in terms of friends, if you want to grab tea, they're always like, okay, as if they don't have a life of their own.
What if they just available at that? How do you define when they're just like, yeah, actually they are just very much dependent on you?
You kind of know when someone's over eager, right? Like, you can sense their energy in a way.
Yeah.
But I find it more interesting when that person has also their own schedule, their own routine, but somehow they still find a way to build you in their routines.
True.
Yeah, but you are not their entire social life.
Yeah.
Because that is too much pressure.
I've never met anyone like that, so maybe that's why I don't really understand. Because for me, if, for example, I say, okay, shall we go grab coffee together? And if you say, yeah, sure, I don't think that this is you, like, pleasing my needs. I think, like, yeah, she also has time and she wants. But then if I say, and you say, well, actually today not a good day, can we just make another time? Then I'm like, yeah, sure, no problem.
Yeah. But at the same time, of course, not rejecting every single invitation, that's wrong too.
Yeah.
I feel like if you reject someone 3 times in a row, I wouldn't ask again.
Okay, done.
Yes, but I still have a question.
Oh, man. Okay.
Because we haven't circled back to this one, I noticed. Do you think men and women can be friends? Can truly be friends? I think so. I think it's a green for me.
I don't.
You don't?
I used to believe that. But no.
Because you can enjoy someone's company but still not have any form of chemistry or attraction.
Right? But also you're different.
How so?
I realized it's always for me easier to start conversation with the girl rather than with the man, because we have different way of thinking. We are so different. And I'm not saying that as a reproach, not at all. But I have a lot of male friends, but they are not close. And I think that it's not even whether you are afraid to get the chemistry or the feelings. I think it's just because there are certain things that I cannot and will not talk about with my male friend.
Okay.
I will not be talking about my feelings with a male friend. What for?
So they wouldn't be able to give you the support that you need.
I have a friend who does support me, but in his male manly way. Like, for instance, I was lonely and sad, and he said, you just have to have a boyfriend. I'm like, thanks. I'm just cold.
Let me pick one up from the street.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
But you think that it's possible?
I think it's possible, but not close friends. I've definitely seen girls who are supposedly friends with guys, but they're physically very close to each other.
Yeah, crossing the line.
I don't think that's friendship anymore.
No.
It has crossed the line.
Yeah.
But as normal friends and stuff, yeah. Definitely. I think that's all I have. Do I still have questions? No.
Now in my head, the song is playing. You know this from Toy Story. You've got a friend in me. Oi!
Disney songs.
Yay.
Very hot topic.
Anyways, I think on this note, Miss Carol, let's just have a little pause to cool down because it's apparently very hot for Miss
Yeah.
Carol.
So
And
let's
Yeah,
chill and we will be back for homework.
this is Unmarked.
Wake up. It's homework time.
Put your name on the paper, put it in your folder, put it in your backpack,
Yep.
and they would still mess it up. Anyways, let's be optimistic. So this week we have friendship topic, and yesterday we were brainstorming our homework for you guys, and we realized we kind of aligned with the book choice and the movie choice.
To read, this was a book that I went to when I was really struggling with friendships. It's the book How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie.
Yeah, I call it Carnegie, but
Carnegie,
because
don't
I
know how
read
to
that
pronounce his
in
name.
different language.
Ah. Oh, which
Yeah.
language did you read?
In Russian, we read that book in a psychology course.
Oh, so you read it in the context of...
Of learning how to get people into your circle. I do have controversial thoughts about this book and some parts of it, but
Pick
yeah,
and choose, pick and choose.
it's not so difficult to read it. So
Yeah.
listening this week, we just listened to that song, and Carol said that, yeah, I've heard that, but I've never heard the name of it. It's called Lean on Me by Bill Withers. It is such a beautiful song about supporting each other, and there is always someone next to you ready to put the shoulder to cry. So this is our tune of the week, basically.
Yes. And then to watch
Oh, I love that movie. It is so funny.
Bright Wars.
It's such a good laugh.
Yeah, you just laugh it out.
Yeah, it's a rom-com. But it's interesting, like, if we one day decide to show up in the same outfits, for me, well, oops.
But would you host a wedding together at
No.
the same time with your best friend? I wouldn't.
No. But that movie, I don't think that is actually very
I don't-
healthy friendship also.
True.
Yeah. From what I remember when I watched that, it was always a bit like the Kate Hudson character, the blonde girl. She was always a bit more selfish,
Than
I
the
think.
dark-haired
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Okay.
But again,
I
this
don't
is a
remember
friendship
the
check.
Exact plot, but I remember it being funny.
Yeah, I think it's when they had the wedding at the same time scheduled. One of them had to reschedule
Yeah.
at the day of, yeah.
But no, I just want to be fully present if it's truly my close friend's wedding. I don't want it to be my day too.
True. Will you show up for my wedding?
Of course.
Hey!
Do I get to tease the groomsmen?
Of
Because
course.
yeah, we have a tradition, we mentioned it in Ukraine as well.
Yeah.
They
You-
would have to go through
yeah, games.
games.
Yeah.
And
But
it's the same for the Chinese
In
culture.
Ukraine, the groom and the
Groomsmen.
groups, they have to pay with the money.
Yeah. It's the same for Chinese culture. You either play the game and win it, and the bridesmaids will let you pass, or you can bribe them with money.
Yay.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
Similar.
Okay, well, on this note, friends, we finished talking about friendship, and we wish you a good week.
Yep. Follow us on social media. It's unmarked.pod. Then you can be our good friend.
And then we will add you in our stories and BFF, like close friends. Kidding. We don't have one. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in this week again. This is your favorite podcast. That was Nika, and
Carol,
that was.
unmarked.
We'll see you next week.